What's going on, guys? I'm Mike Pouncey, former center for the Miami Dolphins. I'm here with Coach Fred and my brother Marquise Pouncey, former center for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Let you guys know that Twin P is official liquor, the Common Man Podcast. Bottoms up, Twin P, best. Gotta drink some more.
As we always do here on the Common Man Podcast, we start the show, man, thanking our sponsor, our big sponsors there. We got Twin P Whiskey, Mike and Marquise Pouncey. You know how we do it. Normally how we start the show, but being that we're in camp, we're just going to touch that it's going to be a great episode as always, man. And big shout out to our guys over at Nut Huggers Apparel. You can find them on IG. Nut Huggers Apparel on IG. Fellas, do yourself a favor. Ladies, do your fellas a favor and get them some Nut Huggers Apparel. Hey, man, we're right into the swing, right into the start of college football. No better episode than to bring on two people that are knee deep in it as well, outside of myself. And when we talk about knee deep in it, we're talking about somebody from the medical staff of a university and someone from a coach of a university who will be playing in week 0. So sit back, man, enjoy yourself with us as we hit this drive for 5 real quick while we're in camp preparing for the season. And we'll bring up our first guest, man, Miss KB Birdsong. She's an athletic trainer. She is, I'll let her explain what all these initials are. MS. She's LAT certified. She's ATC certified. She's RKT certified. We'll let her tell you what all those things mean. So without further ado, let's bring athletic trainer Miss KB to the stage. Miss KB, how you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Uh, just a little bit about yourself, man. Tell the people, where you're from, who you are, and what it is you do.
I'm Kendrice Birdsong. I'm from Natchez, Mississippi. I received my master's in athletic training from Southern Mississippi. So as he mentioned, my credentials are LAT, which is licensed athletic trainer, ATC, which is a certified athletic trainer, RKT is a registered kinesiotherapist, which is what my undergrad was in. I worked in the VA for a year and a half before I went back and got my master's in athletic training.
A lot of admissions right there. University of Southern Miss, Natchez native, now working hand in hand with the Alcorn State University Braves athletic department. We want to say thank you for all you do. As we got some parents on here of some little ones, we got some parents on here of some big ones, and then we have people that work out in the heat. We did an episode before. Where we had a nurse come on, Miss Pamela Frederick, come on and talk about this as well. Now that you're out in it with us, we want to kind of give another perspective on what needs to be done for parents to keep their little ones safe in this heat as they go out to football practice in the afternoons, midday or whatever.
To kind of, you want to push hydration, you kind of want to have a good balance of water and Powerade, Gatorades, kind of import in some pickle juice and just some natural salt, just to replenish all the electrolytes and the salt that are coming out of their body as they're sweating. The heat index is rising very quickly. We're reaching a heat index of 100 before we even get to 11 a.m. You also want to get in a banana for some potassium and some magnesium as well. Make sure they're eating a good breakfast, something solid, but that's not too heavy that'll slow them down.
And for the parents that have little ones that are little league practice in the afternoons, what are some of the things that they can do for them as they start back elementary school as well?
For the little ones, since you kind of want to watch their sugar control, since it may affect their behavior, I would suggest probably Pedialyte for those, because it's also good for hydration as well, and you can get all of that salt without it being too salty, without all the sugar in it.
Pedialyte. And when you're out there working, whether it be construction, lawn care, uh, when is it too late, or what are some of the signs to alert you that you need to up your fluid intake?
Dizziness, nausea, vomiting, dark, pale, yellow, goldish urine, and excessive sweating, or if you're not sweating at all.
So if I'm not sweating at all, that's a telltale sign for me.
Terrible sign. You need to start pushing hydration quickly.
All right, I hope everybody heard that. If you're not sweating and you're staying cool, you're really not staying cool. You're probably uh, in one of those states where you need to get something going on. For all the parents, Ms. KB, as we get ready to let you out, for all the parents that are sitting in the cars watching their kids practice uh, in the afternoons, what are some of the signs that they need to be watching for to just ensure their young ones are participating in a safe manner?
You want to make sure that they're not pale or extremely flushed. You want to make sure that they are not cramping. Cramping is always a telltale sign of heat exhaustion. If they are extremely exhausted, you need to put them in some cold water as soon as possible. If you don't have any cold water, you want to just put some ice or something cool on their head, around their neck, or under their arms.
And that right there is something that could possibly prevent you from going deeper into the, I guess, the dehydration hole, we'll call it.
Dehydration,
Uh,
heat exhaustion, heat stroke. Yeah, it's a very thin line in that realm.
so one last question for you. Um, the myth is if I'm overheating, jumping right into a cold tub is probably not the best thing. Is that a myth? Is that true? I mean, what should we do with that information?
It's a myth. If you are overheating, you have a very small range between 103 to 105. Once you reach 105, your organs are literally cooking themselves, and you have about a 2 to 5 minute span to kind of cool them off before they start shutting down.
So getting right into an ice tub or getting ice on someone immediately
Yes.
is something that you want to do.
Yes, immediately, as soon as possible. The sooner the better.
Sooner the better. With that, we thank you. Like I said, we know you got a training room full of people right now that you kind of got to get to.
Hmm.
And good luck as we continue into camp. If anyone has any questions, social media wise or anything like that, and they want to find you and possibly ask you some stuff offline about what we talked about today, how can they find you?
The best option would be Twitter, which is my Twitter is naturally underscore K dot Ray RAYY.
One more time.
Naturally K dot RA two Y's.
And
Naturally
there we
K.
have it. And there we have it. We thank you very much. We'll check in again before the end of camp, see how everybody's doing, see what you have going on and that information as well. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Man, I hope you got something out of that information right there with Miss KP. As we talk about hydration, man, as we know the heat is cooking at an all-time high, so to speak, as they say. This ain't the hot we used to play in when we were little. Uh, but nonetheless, we want to make sure that we take a serious look at that, keep our eye on that as our little ones, as our big ones, and as we are maneuvering out in that heat on a day-to-day basis. And with that being said, man, we want to bring in now a close friend of mine. I've been knowing this guy for a long, long time. He's a Florida boy like me, and I have nothing but the utmost respect for him and his journey and what he's been doing. And we're gonna bring him on and let him talk a little bit about himself and their program as they get ready for the Week 0 Swag MEAC Challenge, man. Y'all welcome my guy, Coach Matt Leone, to the stage. What's up, Coach? What's happening?
What's up, Coach Fred? Appreciate you having me, man.
Man, this is all time, man, all time high right here, man. I've been a fan a long time of yours, man. How's everything going?
Things are good. We're deep into camp with us being in 0 week. We've had our 5 practices in, player off day today. Getting ready for practice tomorrow morning.
Man, I've been in that week zero game, man, and it kind of puts and technically, I guess we are as well, as we play Thursday night. Um, it puts you into a spin, a fast cycle. And with that, a lot of things you got to get crammed in. You got to make sure you guys are ready, man. How have you guys been able to transition into that week zero so far?
It's been good. In a lot of areas, we return, especially on offense, we return a veteran group. A lot of guys that have played some ball for us. That's always good when you got some guys that have played some meaningful snaps, especially in 0 week. And then the guys did a good job this summer, man, with installs and working out with our strength coach, and so they're in shape and they're ready to go.
Well, cool, man. That's a good deal, man. But before we get in here and get you out of here, man, let's throw it all the way back, man. Throw it all the way back, man. For the folks that don't know, Coach Leone, man. I met Coach a long time ago at Weber International, man. So I'm gonna start the resume off for the folks way back then. I'm gonna let you pick it up from there. But I picked it up with you at Weber International. Now, what was before Weber International?
Shoot, I was a player at Weber International and then started coaching. Was a graduate assistant right off the field. Coached receivers for 2 years as a graduate assistant, and then moved into the quarterback room, and then became the offensive coordinator. So I was there 9 years total as a coach, and then got hired on at Southern University in Baton Rouge with Dawson Odoms as the head coach, and was there for 4 seasons. And now I'm going into my 5th season here at North Carolina Central.
Man, so let's throw it back. So Weber is a college located in Central Florida,
Hmm.
around the area where we're from. In case people didn't know that, you weren't part of the initial class that started it up, but when you got there, Weber was only maybe what 2, 3 years old as a program, right?
So
Something like that.
they had a club season the year before I got there. So I was part of the first true season. Small business college, NAIA program. Um, Not many small schools had football in Florida at that time in the state, so we were traveling all around the country playing ball games. So it's good to see that more schools in Florida, more small colleges has adopted football, and it seems like they got a nice, strong conference down there now.
Yeah, it's come a long way from times when we were down there consistently, living whatever. It's come a long way from that.
Hmm.
I've always been curious, and I don't know if I've ever asked you. I think I did one time in an interview before, but coming from Weber, what was the connection with Coach Odoms?
It was camps, every summer. How you and I met too, the Bishop Delham Skills Camp, and then the Down and Dirty Lyman Camp, and so Coach Odoms would come every year, and as a graduate assistant, a young coach, man, I got out to as many camps as possible, and I just worked those camps and developed a relationship with Coach Odoms. And a couple guys that were also on his staff, like Steve Adams was on Dawson Odom's staff at the time, and um, found out that they had a quarterback job available, and that's really how I got in there at Southern. So just everybody talks about networking and relationships, and it was a relationship that was built 10 years prior.
Good deal, man. Shout out my guy Steve.
Yeah.
Steve, yes sir. Steve got to come on, man. We got some stories we need to talk about. So somebody tell Steve to holler at us, man. We need to come on and have a group chat.
No
Um,
doubt.
he had a very successful run there at Southern, man. If you can talk about that run you guys kind of put on just a little bit as we kind of flow through your story.
Yeah. Southern was a great time, man. We had some good teams, great talent. Staff was, a lot of great coaches on that staff that really gelled well together, and we were always in the hunt. Always found ways to win 8, 9 games, and just really had some really good players. It's been cool to see some of the guys on that staff, like Trey Oliver, our head football coach. He was our defense coordinator. He's a head coach. Then Dennis Berry, who was our offense coordinator there, is now the head coach at South Carolina State, and then Dawson Modems was also in the MEAC conference. So we had 3 guys from that staff that were head coaches in the MEAC, at one time, but everybody's doing great from that staff, but that was a good time in Baton Rouge. Southern's a good place, and had a lot of fun there, and a lot of memories.
Man, and you spoke on to one of the pieces I wanted to get to because you now work for a guy you were an assistant with there at Southern, and just kind of wanted you to speak on how that relationship, I guess, turned into something that when he was given the opportunity, that presented an opportunity for you as well.
Yeah, Coach Oliver was a defense coordinator, like we mentioned, and we built a great relationship there when we were on staff together at Southern, and we oftentimes found each other in each one of our offices talking ball. Asking questions. Hey, what do you think about this? What gives you problems here? And just a great bond and relationship was built over those 3 years. And just like I tell young coaches, and I had when I was a young coach, older coaches tell me, man, you're on a job interview every day. You never know who that guy on the current staff you're on is going to be the next one to get a job, a head job. And so I just built a relationship with Coach Oliver, a great friendship, and also the way we both worked and went about our work was very very much aligned.
And did you speak on that? You guys have an opportunity. Uh, you play for a swag championship, and then I guess that came about January when he had the opportunity to become the head coach there. What was that decision for you? Because me and you were talking, and you were kind of getting entrenched into the Baton Rouge. I don't want to say way of life, but the Baton Rouge taste, and you were digging it. You and your wife, you were digging it. And when that opportunity came, man, how did that go through for you?
You know, um, when Coach Oliver got the job at North Carolina Central, I stayed one more year at Southern. So I was there one more season, and then after that season, Coach Oliver called me and asked if I'd be interested in coming to Central. And at that point in time, we prayed about it. Had some great conversations, obviously, with my wife about the pros and cons, and we just felt like it was the right move for us and our family at the time. Opportunity to get back to the East Coast. Of course, I've got family all in this area or around this area, so um, and then just be a part of Coach Oliver trying to build something. I thought was an awesome opportunity for myself. So that we decided to pack up and move to Durham.
And the rest has been pretty much a good history. You get there, you have your year one, which is what it is. Well, year two for him, year one for you. And then you guys get there and you keep plugging, you keep tearing away at the recruiting trail. And, lo and behold, you guys are sitting atop and become national champions. Looking back on that, man, what does that feel like for you?
It's something that you constantly reflect back on, just because it was such a special moment. Anytime you can win a national championship and the players, and you're forever bonded with that group, that locker room, that staff. Um, but it's one of those things that you try not to reflect too much on it because now it's in the past. We got to go get another one. And we're working every day to find ourselves in that same situation we were when we won it in 22.
Because you can never settle. Yeah, I tell everybody it's like a drug, because I promised anybody that would listen, if I was ever in a position to win one and actually won it, that I would retire and just ride off in the sunset. And 2014 we win one, and it's like, nah, you want another one.
Oh
You know
yeah.
what I mean? You want another one, and having played for two and being 0-2, well, played for three and now 1-2. That chase is forever going, man. And I don't know if people really understand, that itch
Oh
you
yeah.
get when you start talking about it, and then when you get so close and you don't have the opportunity to finish it, that just tends to eat at you. Uh, but as we speed through, man, I know you got a lot of stuff you got to do, man. What's your state right now, man? On what's your thought on the state of college football?
I still think the principles and what college football is supposed to be is still there. And it's about developing young men and about teaching them more than just the game of football, but using football as a vehicle. It's definitely changed with the transfer portal, NIL, being able to pay players, but the root of college football is still there. And it's something I'm deeply passionate about. And just being able to see guys come in the program one way and leave, no matter how long you have them, whether it's 2 years or 5 years, but just knowing that they may be leaving your program a different person. And whatever time you have with them, you just make that time as valuable as possible. I think the competition, especially in our conference, is gets better and better every year. So that's always fun. Obviously, the matchups that you're going to see every Saturday. So it's different, but you got to be willing to adjust and adapt, or you won't be in this very long. So it's just the way it is.
So, what's your thoughts? I mean, I'm with you on all that, but what are some of the hurdles that you guys have come up to, and trying to get over in this new recruiting world?
We truly believe in the high school formula, and I think Coach Oliver's done a really good job of laying the foundation, explaining his vision for the program, and then the staff and the support staff and everybody being on board and executing what Coach Oliver has and for his vision for the program. We do get some guys in the transfer portal here and there, but most of our recruiting is high school, and we develop guys knowing that our best players are probably going to end up on somebody else's roster, level above us, and that's just the way college football is. So our whole deal is constantly developing depth, and so when somebody does you know, get recruited off our roster. We got guys that get in the transfer portal. We got the next guy ready to go, and that's been a formula that's been working for us, and that's allowed us to have some consistency in the program, and has allowed us to have some consistency in the win column.
And that's funny, man. I got to get Coach Oliver on because I got a chance to listen to the interviewers. I'm sure the whole Twitter world got a chance to hear him talking about the whole Virginia Tech recruiting a kid off of your sideline, which is absolutely wild to think that actually happened. But that's the way it is now. That's college football, and you just like you said, you got to understand that they have people that are watching your film to find your best players to recruit them and have them on their team. So, kudos to you guys on what you're doing and how you're doing it. And, as we wrap up here, Matt, man, like I said, we're going to keep you long. Uh, you guys are facing your former employer, right? Um, Everything's completely different on that side, so to speak. Uh, but facing them, uh, does it bring any extra, like, yeah, it's not the same, but yeah, I still want to do this versus them?
I think not necessarily. I think it's cool to play against a team that I once was employed by. But more than anything, I try to treat every game the same, man. Just make sure our team is prepared as possible. We know Southern's going to have good players; they always do. Familiar with some of the coaches on that staff. So for me, don't ever make the moment bigger than it is. Just prepare your football team, and then go out there and play the game. And I don't really get into making it any more than that.
Definitely, definitely. Now I got to give you, Matt, I get it, but you're from Florida, man. I'm gonna need a little more swag at you when we talk about those types of things. You know what I mean? I know it's in you from the Orlando area. You can fool these people, but I know you. Uh, but I understand. That's what we got to do. You have to play the game, no doubt. But looking at you guys' schedule, the two additions that have come into your conference, man, it's kind of like I don't want to say you guys are the forgotten guys, but you guys aren't talked about as much as the other two programs that have new hires in your conference. Uh, I, w- I know for your head coach that means nothing. I know for you that means nothing. But for around your program, uh, are your kids feeling slighted, disrespected at all? I mean, are you guys even paying attention to that, or is it just the outsiders that are catching all of that news branding from those two programs?
Yeah, I think it's more from the outsiders because as a program, even our players, we don't hear a whole lot of chatter about it. We just right now focusing on game one. We'll see once we start playing conference games, kind of where we're at that point. But right now, we're not even talking about it.
I got it. I got it. Hey man, week zero, wishing you nothing but the best. I know you got to get back to it. You got to get ready for tomorrow. I'm sure you got night meetings. So again, like I said, we're gonna keep you long, but if people want to follow you, follow the action, uh, get up to date with what you got going on, all that kind of stuff, man. Floor is yours. Tell them more than two lines. Give them more than two lines.
Two more than two lines where to find me.
About you, where to find you, the program, your expectations. Give me more than two lines.
Okay. Well, about me, man, I'm excited for the upcoming season. Our guys have been working extremely hard this summer and into fall camp. Um, I think we got a good football team. I'm excited to watch them perform and as we get ready for the season. And if you want to follow me, you can find me on Twitter. My Twitter handle is at Coach Matt Leone. And I really appreciate you having me on, Coach Fred, and wish you guys nothing but the best as well in your upcoming season.
Appreciate it, man. And we don't stand for no Twitter slander, so don't get over there with all that mess, right? Just go follow my boy, encourage my boy, see what he's got going on over there. And again, man, nothing but the best, man. Tell Coach Oliver we trying to get him on as well. Uh, give him my number, tell him to hit me up. Would love to get with him before he got there to the Swag MEAC Challenge, man. And wishing you nothing but the best and most success, man. You come a long way every time I see you. Like I tell you, man, I'm just so proud of you because I remember those camps, those Bishop Delahan's down in D-Land,
Oh yeah,
Deltona,
yeah.
uh, Lake Well, all that. I remember all that stuff, man, and I appreciate every second, and everything that's happening. Nothing was given to you, man. You actually earned it. So I tip my hat. Extremely excited about watching you coming up, and nothing but the best, yo.
Thanks, Coach Fred, man. Stay cool out there.
Always, brother.
All right, man. See you.
I appreciate that. Man, there you have it, my guy, Matt Leone, trainer Birdsong, telling you how to stay hydrated, keep it right. Again, man, thank you guys for joining us, man, on the Drive at 5, Common Man style, that is. We're usually on Wednesdays. We had to fit this one in so that Coach can get on the time that he can get on, and just so happened to be today. But we will be back tomorrow with the Common Man Drive at 5, as we will have somebody we will have an Alcorn insider talking all things Alcorn State football tomorrow as well. So again, appreciate you for tuning in. Set your alarms for tomorrow, the normal day, Wednesday, Drive at 5. We'll have an Alcorn State insider bringing all the news. That is all Alcorn State football. Thank you, guys. See you tomorrow.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mike Pouncey, former center for the Miami Dolphins. This is my brother Marquise Pouncey, former center for the Pittsburgh Steelers. What's up, everyone? This is our new cigar line. It's called Twin P. It also matches well with our bourbon whiskey. It's called Twin P as well. So if you like to smoke cigars and like to drink whiskey, I advise you get both.